everyone, welcome back to VeloCore. My name is Hannah and today I'm going to take you through a full body stretch for cyclists. This is the workout you need when you have done that 100-mile, that 100k ride and you just feel like your body has gone ugh, and you just need a little bit of a release. It's going to take you somewhere between 10 and 15 minutes to do this and you are not going to need any equipment. Let's get going.
So this exercise is the step back with arm raise. So we're going to step back with the right foot and raise the right arm. As you step back, there are three things I want you to look out for. The first is what is happening at your foot. So your foot should stay in line. So your toes should be facing forward, heel in line with your toes. The second is your pelvis. Your pelvis stays underneath you, so tailbone pointing down towards the ground. Make sure you're not sticking your bum out behind you. And the third is that your shoulder stays relaxed as you lift that arm. This exercise is going to combat excessive thoracic kyphosis, which is where the spine is kind of rounded forward at the top more than it should be, which tends to be a little bit of a symptom of cycling. When you think about the rounded posture, especially on a road bike, you kind of stretch the muscles and build this round posture. If you spend a lot of time riding your bike, which hopefully you are, then this is just going to make this situation worse. So this exercise is a great way of just counteracting that effect of rounding your shoulders forward. It's going to help to bring you up, make you a lot taller, give you a much better posture. Once you have finished your set, just coming back to your rest pose. Next, we're going to go into a deep squat. Hold it there, so it's a really good way of opening up the pelvic floor. And then we're going to do a reach. So we're just going to sit in this deep squat, just gently pushing those knees out so you can feel that stretch in the inside of the leg. This is also a really good balance challenge for those of you that find it hard to stay in this position. We haven't got long to go, and then we're going to do a gentle reach over to one side. Arm comes behind you, reaching over. Hopefully this is helping with the balance. Holding that for a further 30 seconds. And then we're going to swap to the other side for another 30 seconds. If 30 seconds is too many, remember you can always reduce it down if necessary. And then coming back to sitting. I'm now going to take you through a forearm stretch. So we're going to make a fist with one hand, a cup with the other. Going to put the fist into the cup and push the fist gently forward so you can feel a stretch in your forearm. We're holding this for around 20 to 30 seconds. This is a great stretch for the forearm, an area that gets quite tight, especially on a mountain bike if you're doing long descents where there's a lot of arm pump going on. This is just a great way of releasing some of that tension in the arm. Once you've done one side, we're going to swap to the other side. So making a fist, pushing that fist into the cup. Again, 20 to 30 second hold. And then we're going to come back to your rest pose. I'm now going to take you through a really nice neck stretch. So I'm going to do this one from the side. You're going to bring your chin down towards your chest. Then you're going to take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers and gently pull your arms up and away. We're holding this for between 20 and 30 seconds. Once you've finished, returning to your rest pose. I'm now going to take you through which is a increased movement from our spine twist. So what we're going to do is we're going to sit with our feet out just wider than hip distance apart, staying on those sit bones. So make sure you're not coming off those sit bones. We're going to rotate through that mid-spine to one side, bend forward and gently tap your toes, or just go in that general direction. If you can't get to your toes, that's absolutely fine. What I want you to focus on is that your sit bones stay stuck to the mat. If you're finding this hard because you have tight hamstrings, raise yourself up, sit on a big book or on a yoga block. That will just help with that. Keeping that rotation coming through your mid-spine should get a nice stretch in the leg and back. And once you've finished, coming into your rest pose. I'm now going to take you through an abdominal stretch. So it's probably not somewhere you've thought about stretching before. So what we're going to do is turn onto our fronts, going to come into like a sphinx pose. So pushing up onto your hands, getting a little bit of a gentle back bend here as well. And you should feel a light stretch in those abdominal muscles. The reason we want to stretch the abdominal muscles is because it helps maintain that muscle balance between the back and the front of our body. If there is any discomfort in the lower back whilst you're doing this, then please do leave this move out, which is going to support better core function and essentially make you a more efficient cyclist. Once you've held this for somewhere between 20 and 30 seconds, you can then come back into your rest pose. I'm now going to take you through a really great exercise for hip mobility. So we're going to do 90-90 stretch. So coming to sitting, so your knees and your feet are together in front of you, and then let your knees fall over to one side. You're going to pick up the top leg, bring it round, so your hip and your knee are in line and your foot is off behind you. You might need to put something softer underneath the foot if you're on a hard floor. So you've got two 90-degree bends in each knee, and you're going to hold this for around 30 seconds. This is a great exercise for improving the mobility at your hip. So we're just going to hold this stretch. It's going to help to relieve the tension that you sometimes get in the hip flexors. And then when you finish, swapping to the other side. By releasing the tension at the hip flexor muscle, so in the front of the hip, we can help to contribute to better pelvic and spinal alignment, which is really key for good posture and also for performance on the bike. And when you're finished, coming up to your rest pose. I'm now going to take you through one of my favourite stretches, which is pigeon pose. This is great for hip mobility and also for releasing any tension in your lower back. So we're going to start in a box position. Going to bring your knee forward towards your hand and take your foot over in the opposite direction, and then slide your weight backwards. You can bring your body down as I am in the video, or you can keep your upper body lifted if that is more comfortable. You should feel a mild tension around the hip. Shouldn't be any discomfort in the knee. If there is, try moving your foot around to see if you can relieve that. And we're holding this stretch for 30 seconds. And then we're going to repeat on the other side. So you'll bring your knee forward to behind the hand, foot slides over towards the opposite hand, and then you're just sliding your weight backwards, staying upright or bringing your body down towards the mat, again holding for 30 seconds. Once you've finished, you can come up and into your rest pose. I'm now going to take you through a really nice hip flexor stretch. So we're going to come onto our knees. So if you need to, rolling the mat up a little bit so that you've got more cushion under the knee joint is definitely a good idea. Then we're going to take a step forward with the left foot, keeping your pelvis underneath you, glutes engaged. We're going to push forward into that bent leg and keep your chest lifted. We're holding this stretch for around 30 seconds. We're then going to bring the right arm up and over and stretch out to the side. So you might find that this changes where you're feeling the stretch. You might get it more in your abs, around the side of your hip. That's absolutely fine. And again, we're holding this for 30 seconds. We're then going to change to the other side. So bring the right leg forward, keep your pelvis underneath you, push forward into that bent leg, feeling the stretch in the front of the hip for 30 seconds. And then bringing the left arm up and over so that you can feel the stretch in your side, maybe a bit in your abs, like I said, as well. Once you've held this for 30 seconds, we're going to return to our rest pose. I'm now going to take you through the QL stretch. You're going to sit with your feet just further than hip distance apart. Take your right hand under the inside of your right leg. Rotate your body away to the left and bring your left arm up and over your ear and point it towards your toes. We're going to hold this position for 30 seconds. You should maintain a seated position with your sit bones stuck to the floor throughout your hold, and should feel this stretch in your low back. Once you've done 30 seconds, you're going to come back to the neutral. Left hand goes under your left knee, and then you're going to rotate your body to the right and bring your right hand over towards your left toes, keeping your elbow over the top of your ear, so you're getting that nice stretch through the back of your back. Again, we're going to hold this for 30 seconds. Once you've done your 30 seconds, coming back up to a seated position. We're now going to perform star stretch, one of my favourites. So we're going to take your feet out slightly wider than hip distance. Arms are raised slightly wider than shoulder distance. And then you're going to stretch up with the left arm, push down into your right foot, stretch up with your right arm and push down into your left foot. This is just a really nice stretch for the full body. You can look to where you're stretching up with your hand if you want to, or you can keep your head facing forward, whatever is more comfortable. And when you've finished, returning back to your rest pose.
Thanks for joining me for today's stretch. I hope you found it really beneficial. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to my channel for more content for cyclists to help you ride further, faster and for longer. If you're enjoying these mini videos, head over to velocore.co.uk to find out more about my strength and mobility app that you can use to help improve your cycling. Thanks, guys.